Love, are you ready to go?
And good evening, everyone, and welcome to this high school basketball game between Greenwood High School and Warren Central High School. I'm Jeff Younglove along with Rich Smith, and we expect a good basketball game tonight. These two teams have met once before. Greenwood came out on the top end of that on Warren Central's home court, but Warren Central, I guess Rich would like to return the favor tonight and hand Greenwood a loss in this important district game, because these two teams likely will see each other when it comes to district tournament time as well.
The 14th district is a competitive district, and this is a huge matchup, Jeff. You got the Warren Central Dragons, which are a small but fast team. They love to press up and down the court, and they're going to put as much pressure on the Greenwood Gators as they can. Greenwood is a typical half-court game. They've got power on the inside, and they're going to try to use that. However, if I see any faults, it might be in their guard play. They may not have a true guard to beat this pressure, so it should be a great matchup tonight.
Both teams having pretty good years. Greenwood at 16-6 coming into tonight's contest. Warren Central at 13-6. Warren Central got a game tomorrow too to prepare for, so they'll be a team with a lot going on this weekend. But Greenwood and Warren Central, as we said, two district teams. They'll probably meet each other in the district tournament, which will be held at Warren Central this year in a little bit of a new format. Bowling Green High has hosted that tournament for several years, but starting to rotate it around a little bit right now. So Warren Central will be the host of that tournament this year. Greenwood, and when we get set to take a look at the starting lineups, you'll hear a lot about Tom Frericks tonight, the big guy for Greenwood. And Rich, he's kind of the go-to guy, the big guy that Warren Central will have to do something to, and Frericks, one of the leading players in the state, in fact.
Well, yeah, he is 6 foot 9 inch. He's 240 pounds. He is a Mr. Basketball candidate. He is, I believe, 10th in the state, 63% field goal percentage. That's coming from inside. If you're 6'9", you should be able to score pretty easily. He's also 12.7 rebounds a game. That's 5th in the state. So that's obviously their bread and butter. That's their powerhouse, and they're going to try to pound it out at him. I also like Sean Hanlon a lot. He's a three-point shooter. He's 35% for the field, but he's going to throw it up to counterset their inside game. So it should be a good matchup.
Greenwood, obviously a team to be reckoned with in the district this year, as is Warren Central, who's kind of back in the thick of things after a few years of kind of rebuilding that program under Tim Riley. Tim Couch, the coach of the Greenwood Gators, and the honor being given to Tom Frericks now to reach 1,000 points in his career. And he's had a very good career. He did it against Barron County recently this past week. 1,000 points in his career, and he is being honored here at pregame ceremonies here tonight.
Coach Jason Couch said that he's looking toward UAB or Tulsa as his two colleges that he's going to select. And of course, he has had 1,000 points, but the stud on campus is Damon Fishback. Damien Fishback with his all kinds of records here. Most scoring, most points in the game, most rebounds in the game.
And having a pretty good college career this year as he is a senior at Auburn.
He sure
a team that has Final Four potential themselves. Auburn out of the SEC and Damien Fishback. Of course, Fishback, a name very familiar to anyone who has followed basketball in this part of the state. An outstanding basketball player in his own right. Starting lineup being introduced is Warren Central wearing the blue, and the visitors on the scoreboard tonight, 14, the 6'5" senior, that's Mitchell Scott. Also starting tonight for the Gators, number 45, a 6'4" senior, Devon Sona. At the guard spot, you've got number 3, Antoine Barber, a 5'10" junior. Number 20, John Brewington, a 6'2" junior. And Mitchell Schott, rather, number 14. And then the other guard, number 10, Kyle Vincent, a 6-foot senior.
Kyle Vincent should be the leader of the team. He's the quarterback on the football team. And if you're anything like a quarterback, you're going to be the leader on your basketball team as well. Brewington, he has an injury in his left leg, stress fracture. His father said he came from sprinting on asphalt and conditioning. But he's going to play tonight. We'll see how he'll do.
Greenwood Gators getting set to be introduced, trying to get the crowd fired up, and a very nice crowd on hand, which you would expect for an inter-city rival, inter-county rival, if you want to call it like this, between these two Bowling Green teams. Greenwood wearing the home light-colored uniforms in the gold, the green and gold of the Gators. Starting for Greenwood tonight, number 14, a 6-foot senior, Joey Stratton. Also at the other guard position, number 20, Sean Hanlon, a 5'11" senior. And the big guy in the middle, a 6'9" senior, Tom Frericks. College bound after this year. One of the forward spots, a 6'5" senior, senior Aaron Arnold. And then another guy who makes things go for the Greenwood Gators, number 42, Corey Hart, a 6'6" senior. And when Tom Frericks is not controlling the boards, look for Corey Hart, who's got a nice drive to the bucket, good size, and great leaping ability, and can kind of surprise you coming out of the blue sometimes. But he's a very good player and maybe the unsung hero of this Greenwood team.
Yeah, he looks like a real gritty player. I'm anxious to see him play.
As we said, these two teams have faced each other once earlier this year. In fact, Warren Central had a 10-point lead going into the fourth quarter of that basketball game, but Greenwood made the surge, went up and finally won the game by 4, although it was one that went right down to the wire. And we expect the same type of basketball action here tonight from Greenwood High School as the Warren Central Dragons and Greenwood Gators get set to tip it up. It'll be Frericks going up against Schott. Just about set to go, and a game just completed here earlier was the Warren Central Lady Dragons defeating Greenwood's Lady Gators by 1 point in a back and forth game as well. We expect the same with this boys basketball game. In the backcourt, Arnold, the man-to-man defense opening up by Central. There's Frericks from about 10, doesn't get it. Rebound comes away to Antoine Barber for Warren Central.
Nobody boxing out. That could be played into a big key in the game later on.
Warren Central, a very quick team. They'll like to run and they'll press all over the place. Top of the key, it's Brewington. Down right baseline, now driving in front. Vincent dishing it off. Schott. They'll work it around. No score here, opening minute of play. 7:24 to go, first quarter from Greenwood High School. The man-to-man defense by Greenwood, pretty tight right now. Brewington now back out top of the key to Barber. Barber fires up from about 17, doesn't get the kind roll. Frericks, the big guy with the rebound. Greenwood looking to run a little. Lead pass goes to Arnold, and then a whistle on the play, and Greenwood had a little bit of fast break going themselves, Rich.
Smart move by Frericks to go ahead and push the ball up to the court, get it on down. Now you've got Arnold stepping to the line. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to push the ball into the basket. He's got 2 free throws to probably put it in.
That'll be the first foul of the basketball game. One now on Brewington, that was called, and there's the first point to the game as Aaron Arnold hits one of 2 free throws coming his way. 1-0 in favor of the Gators. Second shot not there. Frericks had his hand on it, and then Frericks will be whistled for the foul coming up over the back. A little bit too much aggression. You like to see your big guy go for the ball, but that time Frericks up over the back, so the first team foul against Greenwood goes to Tom Frericks. Then the Gators have a 1-0 lead with 7:01 here to go in this first period of play.
Excellent box out by Devin Sona. That's what you've got to do. You got to get the 6'9" man out of the paint, get the rebounds.
3-point shot taken by Vincent. Vincent knocks it down. Central gets its first points of the night with 6:49 to go. It's a 3-1 basketball game in favor of Warren Central. Again, the man-to-man defense down in the right corner. They look inside. Frericks triple teamed, has it slapped out of his hands. Ball still loose, picked up by Barber. A little fancy behind the back pass, out of bounds. It'll still belong to Central. And Greenwood can expect that every time Tom Frericks touches the ball, there'll be a lot of Central Dragons all over him.
Yeah, I hear parents out here screaming, collapse. That means everybody needs to collapse on the big man and try to slow him down. Barber maybe should have lobbed that to Vincent, but the pass slot, they're still their ball. Central Dragons ball.
Central with the ball. Brewington looks, goes top of the key, working it around. That's Vincent. Vincent working one-on-one against Stratton. Now, top of the key, back to Brewington. There's the steal by Frericks, and he'll hold it up. Greenwood would come the other way, trailing 3-1, inside pass. Up, and the bucket will count by Hanlon, and he'll go to the free throw line.
Smart move by Hanlon to pump fake, get Sona in the air, and then try to make the basket. He knows he's going to get fouled. He's going to get free throws out of it. Might as well get the bucket too.
Foul will be called against Sona, the second team foul, his first foul, and Hanlon will try to convert the three-point play. The old-fashioned way, comes up short. Rebound right into the hands of Hart, who put it back up and in.
Nice tip by Hanlon. He saw the ball loose. He saw Hart underneath, tipped it right to him. Easy basket. 5-3. Gators lead.
And the foul underneath will go against
Frericks.
Greenwood. Frericks.
That's 2 already.
And Frericks, so in some early foul concerns, and Frericks will quickly go to the Gator bench. And coming in for Greenwood, number 21, Myron Doss.
Yeah, Jason Couch taking no chances. He's gonna get his bread and butter onto the bench. 2 quick fouls, just 2 minutes into this game.
Yep, you want him down the stretch, no doubt, in a game as important as this. Ball in play, 5:58 to go, 5-3 in favor of Greenwood. The three-point shot taken by Brewington doesn't go, and Greenwood down with the rebound. Pushing it the other way, quickly up court to Doss. Not there, the big guy underneath, Corey Hart with a rebound. Greenwood doing a job on the offensive boards, but unable to get the ball to drop. Central's Barber comes away with it. 5-3 in favor of the Gators with 5:37 to go. Right baseline shot, and boy, getting hammered after the shot was number 10, Kyle Vincent.
Maybe an ill-advised foul by Joey Stratton, the senior. He should know better. You never foul a man when he's going up for a three-pointer.
And that'll give him 3 free shots now at the free throw line. So Vincent, who already has a three-pointer tonight, an opportunity to add to that. And the 3rd team foul against Greenwood.
Rolls the first in.
The only scorer so far for Central tonight. Kyle Vincent now with 4. 2 more free throws coming his way. A 5-4 basketball game with 5:34 here to go in the first period.
Jeff, can you see behind the Gator the couch that these 2 gentlemen packed in?
Yeah, that's called the comfortable seats. I don't know if they had to pay extra for that.
The cheap seats.
Second free throw was missed by Vincent, but hits the 3rd one. 2 out of 3. And it's a tie ball game at 5 with 5:34 to go.
Warren Central 5, Kyle Vincent 5.
A little bit of that pressure by Warren Central. Greenwood going to have to deal with that tonight because Central will put the pressure on all night long. The smaller team, of course, with Frericks out of there, that evens up the size a little bit. Lead pass, Corey Hart goes in, no basket. Foul on the floor before the bucket. And that foul will go against 45, Dean Sona. That'll be his 2nd foul. So 2 quick fouls on Central's center, and all of a sudden you've got both centers with a couple of fouls. Sona will go out, and coming in for Warren Central, number 24, Dion Holtz, a 6'3" junior. So both the big guys in a little bit of foul trouble early going.
Let's see what kind of role this plays on now that you got Bill Figman out. It's going to be a quicker game.
Both teams now with 3 team fouls. Going for the steal, unable to come up with it. Central back on defense. Greenwood drives. Baseline jumper. Hit by Stratton. His first 2, and Greenwood takes a 7-5 lead with 5:16 to go here, first period of play.
Nice 8-footer by Stratton on the baseline. Taking Vincent and then goes ahead and puts it up. Nice block from behind. It's going to be a foul.
From behind, yeah. Brewington goes up for the shot, but he's hit from behind by 22. Aaron Arnold. That'll be his first and the team's 4th. And he got a piece of the ball, but they said he got a piece of Brewington as well.
Already, just 3 minutes in this game, we've seen a lot of free throws, Jeff. Is this a prelude to what's to come? We're going to see a lot of fouls, a lot of free throws.
Into the game for Warren Central, Brandon Kirk, a 6'3" player for Central, and Brewington hits both free throws to tie this ball game up once again at 7 with 5:07 to go.
Foul on Brewington. The Gators really pushing the ball up the floor. Excellent ball handling, especially on Hanlon. Then finding Hart down beneath. If you're pressing and you're getting beat, you've got to hustle back. And unfortunately, the Warren Central Dragons didn't do that. Hart took advantage. It's a 9-7 lead.
Second foul on Brewington, so he'll have to go to the Central bench. A lot of fouls being called early. And into the game for Warren Central, Turkel Boards, 5'10" junior. So both teams, we didn't expect really them to have to go to the bench that much as Hart converts the three-pointer, but that may be a key before this ball game is over. 10-7 in favor of Greenwood.
Traveling violation.
Advantage. The turnover will give it back over to the Gators, leading by 3 with 5:02 to go. Stratton looking to get it in. Hanlon fires it up, doesn't get it. Rebound away to Corey Hart, doesn't get it. Out of bounds, it'll still belong to Greenwood. Greenwood taking advantage. Corey Hart now without Frericks in. They're going to have to go to the board some and doing a good job keeping it alive.
He's doing a good job of jumping straight up in the air and not coming over people's back and trying to tip the ball off the board. Now you see him battling down low against Holtz.
Back to Stratton. Stratton dishes it off to Hart, rather. Hart in and out, didn't go down. Rebound away to Kirk for Central. Trailing by 3, Central with the ball. The three-pointer by Barber. And Barber knocks it down.
No hesitation. Press.
Greenwood breaks it and then Central forces the turnover by Greenwood. That'll give the ball back to Central as we're tied with 4:30 to go, 10-10 here in the first period. Central looking to run the other way, and they take advantage as Boards goes in for the 2, and Central with a 2-point lead.
Boards got the defense napping, took it all the way to the house.
Stratton answers very quickly, and boy, these two teams up and down, back and forth right now.
That's got to favor the Dragons. Coach Tom Riley has to be happy about that.
Inside, offensive foul will go against Boards. He likes to go to the board, and this time he's called for the offensive foul. The charge, his first. That'll be the 15th foul, and that'll give the ball back over to Greenwood as we're tied at 12.
I'm seeing a smile, Jeff, coming from Jason Couch over there, the head coach. Anytime you see your man take a charge, especially a sophomore, which Myron Doss just took a charge, that's an excellent way to pick up a foul on the other team.
Ryan Cummings now into the Central lineup. Down court, Hart with a running jumper, doesn't get it. And Greenwood running with it a little bit. Warren Central back with it. Inside, goes down underneath to Holtz, who goes up with a little reverse shot. Nice move by the guy who was a little bit too far under the bucket, but made a nice move and got the 2.
There's he breaking the press. Hart might have got away with a little traveling violation. Quickly whipped it down to Arnold, who missed a layup but drew the foul.
Well, Greenwood wastes no time in looking down court to get the ball down court very quickly, trying to take advantage of the pressure, maybe by Central, and trying to throw over it.
They're breaking the press pretty easily by throwing it out to midcourt to the timepiece to one of their bigger men, either Arnold or Hart, and then having the guards float up from the side and trying to rush the ball and beat the pressure.
First foul on Holtz. Arnold hits the first free throw. This one ties it up once again. We have our 6th tie of the night at 14 between Greenwood and Warren Central. 3:38, and Central quickly gets it down court. And I'll tell you what, you look away very long and you're going to miss a bucket as Cummings hits for 2. Out of bounds, it'll still belong to Greenwood. Both these teams up and down the court right now.
Nice hustle by Boards, who knocks the ball out of Arnold's hands, but unfortunately he stepped down on the line. Now we got action coming the other way. Quick game, Jeff, quick game.
Both teams up and down, and we may see both teams go further into that bench than they had planned to tonight at this kind of pace. 2 big guys, 1 for each team on the bench with 2 fouls apiece. And there's the whistle again. This will go against Warren Central.
If they keep fouling at this pace, we're going to see bonus in the first quarter.
And we'll see everybody play it if this continues as well. Foul on Roberson, his first, team 7th already, and we are still in the first quarter. And Arnold making a living at the free throw line tonight, his 5th free throw taken here in the first quarter. He's got another one coming to him. He's 5 out of 6 from all points coming from the free throw line.
Nice drive, missed layup.
Tied up once again at 16. The rebound comes away to Greenwood's Arnold. Greenwood looking down court. Stratton drives from in front, puts it up from about 7, hits it. Stratton with 6 points. And Greenwood back on top, 18-16. It's been back and forth. Both teams shooting the ball very well and looking for the fast breaks. Right corner, the 3-pointer taken by Cummings, doesn't go down, and Greenwood with a rebound.
Cummings throwing up a knuckleball, no rotation on that ball at all.
Gators leading by 2 with 2.5 minutes to go here in the first half of play. Close to the half-court line, but not over it. That's Hanlon. Hanlon trying to force it a little bit over to Arnold, slapped out of bounds. It'll remain Greenwood's ball, and into the game, Vincent returns for Warren Central, giving Cummings a rest. The Gators to bring the ball in, leading by 2, 18-16, 2:28 to go here in the first quarter. Trying to get it inside to Hart, stolen away by Central's Dragons. Dion Holtz with the nice hands.
Holtz just read that all the way, came over to the side. Now he's got the ball, he's driving, it's going to be on the ground foul. Looks like it's on Hanlon.
Or they call Holtz for taking a step before putting it to the ground. So the travel and the turnover gives it back over to Greenwood. They've got the numbers, 2-on-1. Firing it up, Hanlon, he gets it.
Basket by Hanlon.
And Greenwood with a 4-point lead at 20-16. we said, don't stay away long because everybody's firing it up and scoring. Three-pointer taken by Boards doesn't go down, and we'll have a whistle and a foul.
Yeah, Boards just didn't get any legs into that. He might be tired already after this fast and furious first quarter. 20-16 Gators lead. Couch subbing in people, so is Riley. And here we go, bonus.
Second foul on Roberson, so 8-team foul, 4 team fouls on Greenwood. Arnold and Stratton will get their first rest of the night for the Gators, and at the line for Greenwood,
Myron Doss.
Doss looking for his first points of the night.
Well, here's what I stress to all young players across the nation. There are two things you can do better than anybody else on the team. I don't care how good you are, how athletic. You can make your free throws, and you can box out. Two huge, crucial parts of the game. And we're seeing good free throw shooting right now by the Greenwood Gators. Maybe that's why they get the lead 21-16.
Second foul shot, rather, by Doss. Not there. Up high for the rebound goes Holtz. And it's a 21-16 lead for Greenwood by 5. Under 2 minutes to play now here in this first period of play. A lot of fouls, a lot of scoring, a lot of action. Both teams up and down, and that's what we expected from Warren Central. We kind of thought Greenwood would go to the half-court game, but with Frericks out of there, they got a little bit smaller lineup, and they're looking to run as well.
Ben Keltner now on the floor guarding Kyle Vincent over on the left side. Got his hand on the ball just a minute ago.
And there's the illegal screen, illegal pick away from the ball. That'll go against, I believe, Schott. And that'll be his first foul, so officials keeping an eye on everybody right now. The 9th team foul to the free throw line goes Hanlon.
Number 20, Sean Hanlon at the line for three.
Jeff, I'm not sure Hanlon was one fouled. I think it was Hart. Could have a little UK Travis Ford slipping in for other people here.
Hanlon's first free throw of the night. Hits it. He's got 5 points, and it's a 6-point Gator lead, 22-16. Second one by Hanlon is good. 23-16. Greenwood with a lead by 7, the largest lead they've had. Central quickly down court, and
wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Shot goes up, gets the rebound and puts it right back in impressive style. And returning off the glass, Decker with a 2. As I said, you can barely afford to look down because somebody's shooting the ball very quickly and getting the ball up. 25-18. At this point, we've got a high-scoring game. We'll see if they can keep it up throughout the entire game. 1 minute left, 25-18. Warren Central looking to run the offense just a little bit now. The offense has pretty much been get the ball, run down court, and put it in. A little fadeaway 5-footer by Vincent. He's got 7. And it's a 25-18, 25-20 basketball game. Greenwood by 5. They break the pressure, bringing it down court, now pulling it back out. Greenwood with the ball, left shot, baseline shot, in and out, doesn't go down for Decker. And Central with a rebound to come the other way. They can go for one shot. We'll see if they can wait that long. 22 seconds to go. Nope, they won't. Barber fires it up, and why wait when you can knock it down?
You should have known better, Jeff. They're not going to hold up for one shot. This is a fast and furious pace.
25-22. All of a sudden, Warren Central right back within 3. Less than 10 seconds to go. Greenwood looking for that last shot. Decker inside, out of bounds. It'll belong to who? Looking for help. It'll go over to Warren Central with 0.2 of a second left. Greenwood gets a couple of quick subs in.
Yeah.
Frericks, no.
I don't think they're going to try the long ball. They're just going to have it end of the first quarter. So that's it for the first quarter, Jeff. A huge, wait a minute, we've got Riley is fired up.
Tim Riley not very happy about something, and we're going to see.
I'm not sure what he's so mad about, but he certainly isn't happy.
Well, they will call that the end of the first quarter. I think now they determine that there has to be at least so many tenths of a second to even be able to touch the ball and get a shot away. So obviously 0.2 of a second is not that. But a fast and furious, as you said, first quarter play, 25-22. We certainly expected to see Warren Central look to run the ball and put it up a lot, but Greenwood, on the other hand, maybe we looked for half-court offense. There hasn't been a lot of that. They've been running themselves a lot.
For the keys of the game, Greenwood, I'm seeing Joey Stratton. He has to handle the ball against this press. The press is only going to get tougher and tougher as the game wears on. The athletes are going to get more and more fatigued, so you have to have control of the press. You also have Sean Hanlon stepping up, because Corey Hart, he has to do it in the second quarter as well, because you've got the big man, Frericks. He's going to be out until halftime. He's not going to risk getting a third foul. So basically, it's up to those gentlemen to pull the team. As far as Warren Central, Barber has to keep shooting well, and so does Vincent. He has to take charge of this team. Devin Sona, the big man up there, is on the bench as well with 2 fouls. So it's going to be a good matchup into the second half, and second quarter about to get started.
Greenwood gets a little bit of size in there with Jason Wilson, the 6'4" senior. So they'll go back and have some size. Hart out of there, though, right now. And Corey Hart getting a little bit of a rest, a 6'6" senior. He's got 7 points in the first period of play. As we start second quarter action, Greenwood up by 3, 25-22, and Greenwood goes to the 3-2 zone. Greenwood would probably rather see a half-court type of game, and they'd like to see Warren Central try to, if they're going to beat them, shoot over them. They're not going to give them anything inside, and maybe with the up and down, back and forth, they've been getting the inside shots, and Greenwood's going to try to change that strategy.
I like this defensive call of 3-2. It makes it harder on the shooters in the outside range, which is what Warren Central has, shooters.
Well, Holtz had to work for it a little bit as they found a seam in that zone. As we have an official timeout, it's a 1-point Greenwood lead, 25-24.
I think Ben Kelter might have got elbowed at the throat.
Joey Stratton returns for the Gators.
So Stratton in and going out
Those always feel good. Dickinson
was Keltner. So Greenwood will put the ball back into play, leading by 1, 25-24. They did have a 7-point lead, but you turned around and all of a sudden Warren Central cut right into that. And that's the kind of game we expect to have. Very good, tight basketball game. Shot doesn't go down for Decker, and Central has it coming the other way. Chance to take the lead for the Dragons. 7:09 to go, second quarter of play. 25-24, Greenwood rather. Driving baseline right. No room there for Vincent. The three-pointer taken by Brewington doesn't go, but good offensive board work by Central's 24 Holtz doesn't get it to go down, and Greenwood looking to run a little bit, but Warren Central back a little bit better this time. Going in off the glass, doesn't go for Decker, and Central looking to run the other way. So the pace still pretty much there. There's the steal by Greenwood. Stratton will go all the way in for the 2.
By Stratton.
Decker knocking it away, and Stratton with an easy layup. Excellent pressure up top by the 3-2 defense. 27-24 lead for the Gators with 6.5 to go before halftime.
Back into the game for the Gators. 22 Aaron Arnold will come in, and Wilson will go to the bench. Warren Central to bring the ball in, trailing by 3, 27-24, 6.5 minutes to go. Central walks it up across half court. Greenwood has gone to the 3-2 zone defense to try to slow down a little bit of the penetration by Warren Central. The three-pointer taken by Barber doesn't go down, and usually with that zone you do a good job of boxing out, but offensive rebounding, Central's getting it right now, getting a couple shots each time. Missed the second one, and Greenwood back down with a rebound. That'll bring Corey Hart back in, and I'm sure that Coach Couch says we got to do a little bit of better job on the defensive rebounding boards. Nice shot taken there by Dixon. Dickinson with a 2, his first bucket of the night.
Different pace of the game. Totally different pace of the game in the second quarter. From fast up pace, nice block.
29-24, jump ball. The possession arrow pointing Greenwood's way. And back into the game for Greenwood, 42, Corey Hart. Coming in for Greenwood, number 45, Devin Sona, who picked up 2 early fouls.
Superb defensive effort by Brandon Decker, blocking Kyle Vincent's shot to tie the ball up and give the ball back to the Greenwood Gators in their 5-point lead. Now we see Devin Sona coming back in. He's got to be careful not to pick up that crucial third foul, and you better believe Corey Hart knows that. He's going to try to take the ball at him.
Roberson, who's also working with 2 fouls for Warren Central, back into the game too. So there goes Corey Hart. I told you he can be impressive. The charge will be called. Great defensive job for standing in there. I mean, Corey Hart, you knew what he was going to do there. There's no doubt.
How brave is Roberson? You see a 6'6" man coming your way, and you look up, his knees in your face, and you still take a charge. Excellent, excellent defensive effort. I can't say enough about that.
Well, that gets both crowds fired up a little bit. One for Corey Hart, putting a little showboat on, and then for the Warren Central crowd, for their guy standing in there to take that. Nice shot taken by Boards, who has 4, and it's a 29-26 basketball game, a 3-point lead for Greenwood. 5:23 to go. Central stays in the man-to-man defense.
As long as Central lays off Hart at midcourt, the press is going to be ineffective, Jeff, because they're just letting him get the ball at midcourt, and then it's over from there. I mean, there's no trapping.
7-footer taken by Stratton, doesn't go down, and Warren Central with a rebound. Boards bringing it up.
Nice steal.
Steal by Greenwood, hanging on to it.
Down beneath.
And then underneath for the easy 2 was Stratton. Stratton now with 10. Dickinson with the assist. 31-26 in favor of the Gators.
The pace beginning to quicken now.
Both these teams are shooting the ball extremely well tonight. Vincent with his 9th point of the basketball game.
Vincent with a good pump fake right around, going for an easy 8-footer.
3-point lead for Greenwood. The little dish off to Hart. A little stutter step, but Hart gets his 9th point of the night. 4th field goal, and I don't know what the shooting percentages are, but they're awful good tonight. Both these teams shooting very well.
Of course, Greenwood puts up, I'm sorry, go ahead. 33-30, Gators lead. Greenwood puts up 75 points a game. So it's going to be a high-scoring game.
They're used to the offense. Nice cross-court pass from in front. Shot doesn't go down for Decker. Ball loose on the floor, picked up by Vincent. Central will come with it the other way, trailing by 3. Pace of this game is fast, to say the least. Good offensive board work that time by Sona, who gets his first 2 of the night. There's the pressure by Central. Greenwood breaks it. They get it to Corey Hart. He'll go right at the bucket and get the 2.
Corey Hart is pretty much unstoppable right now. Devin Sona, it might be a mismatch because Devin Sona is obviously a little slower than Corey Hart, and Corey Hart keeps taking it right at him. There's a rebound by Hart. He's going to bring it himself up the court. Besides, better not.
Close to a backcourt violation. Greenwood leading by 3, 3:16 to go. This quarter a little bit faster, not the fouls we had in the first quarter. In fact, most of the fouls were in the first quarter. 9 team fouls on Warren Central, 5 on Greenwood, and all 9 of those were in the first quarter by Central. Greenwood now in a little bit of their half-court offense. Putting it up, Stratton, he's been hot, doesn't get this one. Up high for the rebound is Boards.
Pretty rebound.
Barber, who is not afraid to shoot it, 35-32, a 3-point Greenwood lead. They work it around. Vincent, he'll fire it up from 3, doesn't get it, and yeah, up over the back. That'll be the call against Sona, who will pick up his 3rd foul. And that's what you had to be concerned about when you put him back in, and now you know you got to sit him out the rest of the half.
35-32, Greenwood Gators leading the Warren Central Dragons with 2.5 to go before halftime. And obviously a bad foul on Sona, just trying it all over the back. Good box out. Brandon Decker. We've got some free throws going in.
At the free throw line, it'll be Aaron Arnold, who has made a living so far tonight from the free throw line. 6 free throws, he's hit 5 of them, and he's got a couple coming his way this time. 35-32, now we'll have mass substitutions. 4 new players in for Central. Greenwood gets a couple of new ones, and as we said, with this kind of pace, you're looking to go to the bench and rest a little bit.
So we've got Cummings and Kirk coming on in. Holtz for the Warren Central Dragons, who have no rest for the weary. They're traveling tomorrow to take on Bryan Station in Lexington tomorrow afternoon. That's no easy task.
Arnold 1 out of 2 this time, 36-32 with 2:41 to go here in the half. Inside Central. Holtz gets his 6th point.
Nice assist by Ryan Cummings. There's some pressure.
36-34, and there's the steal. Holtz starts to drive in, goes baseline right, goes right up in front, dishes it out to Brewington, fakes it. Now way out top it comes to Boards. Boards back over, a 3-point shot. Good. Give it to Brandon Kirk. You hear from everybody on this Central crowd. Greenwood trying to get it down court quickly as they trail by 1. The 3-pointer put Central up on top. They've got the ball, and there's the foul going against Greenwood. And Brandon Kirks, from out of nowhere, from out of sight for us, puts it up and knocks down the 3 to give Central the 1-point lead.
Brandon Kirk getting Big Mo. That's big momentum back on the side of the Warren Central Dragons now with a 1-point lead, shifting it to a fast pace. As you see the ref slipping on the court down there. A little circus act.
Number 34, Jason Wilson, and number 12, Ben Keltner in for the Gators.
So we've got Jason Wilson coming back in, giving a little rest for the Greenwood Gators, and
along with Keltner. And so we'll see if Greenwood looks like they'll go back to the man-to-man defense this trip. They were in the 3-2 zone, and Warren Central truthfully didn't have a whole lot of problem with it. Brewington off the glass, not there, gets his own rebound, puts it back up and in. His first field goal, and good effort by Brewington to stick with it. 39-36, and now the press starting to bother Greenwood a little bit. They break it in the front court. Right down in front, and there's the hold, and the foul against Warren Central as driving was Hanlon. He will go to the free throw line. That foul, the first one on Kirk. And Hanlon, who's been to the free throw line a couple of times tonight, has 2 shots coming his way.
The tempo is quickened, and it looks like the Greenwood Gators are starting to get fatigued, but they're back to the free throw line, which is where, as you say, have made their living tonight. 39-37, they're a 2-point deficit with a minute 25 to go before halftime.
They can pull within 1, not there. Rebound, Hanlon had it, lost out of bounds. It'll belong to Greenwood. Ball was loose on the court, went off the foot. Hanlon fighting for it. Goes off the Central player, so Greenwood gets it underneath their own bucket, trailing by 2, 39-37 with a minute 23 to go here in the first half, second quarter. Long pass, inbounds pass. Keltner. And they're going down. We'll see if it will be the pick. The illegal pick called against Hanlon, his first.
I don't know about that, Jeff. It looked like he was set, and it looked like, even though it was hard collision, Ryan Cummings went to the ground.
Well, I think helping out a little bit was Ryan Cummings, who went to the ground.
Yeah.
Make sure the official sees everything. He will go to the free throw line with 1:16 to go here in the second quarter of play, and Central an opportunity to add to that lead a little bit as Cummings at the line. 1 field goal so far tonight, and now the free throw. Not there, rebound, still fought for, loose. Central hangs onto it, and there's the foul as Kirk goes hard to the floor. Now make that Holtz.
Holtz and Dawson, a collision underneath the goal, and I'm not sure Holtz would have made that basket. He was completely behind the goal, so it would have been a tough basket anyway, but he goes ahead and draws a foul. It goes to the line with a minute 12.
8th team foul, so at the line will be Holtz. 6 points, all coming from the field so far. Couple of free throws, misses the first, another one coming his way. Greenwood a little bit more successful tonight from the free throw line, but Holtz has another one coming his way with a minute 12 to go here in the second period. 39-37 in favor of Central, make it 40. 40-37, a 3-point advantage now for the Dragons. There's the steal, the pressure hurts Greenwood this time as Borage finishes it off. Another steal, Central goes to the board again, that's Kirk, and you gotta believe that a timeout's gotta be coming your way if you're Greenwood. All of a sudden, that full court pressure pays off in 2 quick steals, 2 quick buckets, and it's a 7-point lead for Warren Central.
I'll tell you why it
Greenwood's
worked.
got to recover from that.
When Greenwood was consistently beating the press, they were lobbing it deep. They were hitting half quarters with their big men. Now that they're not hitting their corners, they're throwing it into the very corner to their guards. That's already into a trap in the corner, forcing the guards to try to dribble out. Also, the number 2 factor that's getting a big problem is Big Mo is not in their favor. That's why Coach Jason Couch took a timeout trying to calm his team down. They're only down 7, but they have to realize they have to protect the ball.
Facing full court pressure again with a minute to go. Greenwood now breaks the pressure, gets it across half court. And the Gators saw 2 quick turnovers turn into 4 quick points, and all of a sudden a 7-point deficit, 44-37, with under a minute to play here in the second quarter. Pass inside, losing it. Doss lost the handle. Warren Central comes up after another turnover, quickly down court. The shot taken by Kirk, not there. And Greenwood back with the ball. 34 seconds to go, still a 7-point Warren Central lead. An explosive team, Warren Central, when that full court pressure is working. as they double team the ball now, kicked out of bounds, and Keltner had very little choices. He was covered up. He was just trying to
play. Yeah, pretty smart play to throw it off his knee. He had no place to go. Pressure was grooming, so they went ahead and threw it off the knee. Still their ball, 22 seconds to go before halftime, trailing by 7, 44-37.
Roberson now back into the Warren Central lineup. Thinking about the three-pointer was Dickinson. Instead, they pull it back out. 17 seconds to go, second quarter of play. See if Greenwood works for that final shot. And there's the errant pass, trying to force it inside. Barber coming up with the steal. Quickly down court, boards not there. Doss with a rebound, and then he's fouled. With 5 seconds, not the kind of foul you want if you're Coach Tim Riley.
Especially not when you're going to send him to the free throw line to try to make up some of that deficit. So if you make these, you go into halftime looking at a 5-point deficit, easily overcome as long as you get the. You also have your big man back.
Well, and also the third foul on Roberson, so a very ill-advised foul. And Doss at the line gets the first free throw. 2 for 3 so far tonight. Another one coming his way. 44-38 in favor of Central.
Nope, too hard. Nice rebound.
This good rebound up and tipped a couple of times. You'll get it. Looked like 34. Got the tip. Wilson, Jason Wilson gets the tip. So Greenwood goes into the half on a high note, scoring the last 3 points after being down by 7, 44-40. They've cut it to 4. And what we've seen tonight is a game that if you're not paying attention, you're not seeing the game, because it's up and down, back and forth.
Exactly. If you're not even looking up, you might as well be out in the parking lot, because you're not going to see much of the action that's going on. Fast and furious, exciting game. We knew it was going to be a barn burner, and we're in for a really good treat, Jeff.
44-40, our halftime score. Warren Central leading Greenwood. We'll be back with second half action on this Insight Communications high school basketball telecast. We're back at halftime of this basketball game between the Greenwood Gators and the Warren Central Dragons. Jeff Young along with Rich Smith. And Rich, we saw a fast and furious pace, a lot of points being put on the board. And I guess maybe one of the keys in the second half will we see, and how much will we see of Tom Frericks for the Gators?
Yeah, you know, he's an All-American candidate from McDonald's, but he's only as good as he is on the court. You can't really do much when you're on the bench. Picking up 2 quick fouls with 2 minutes in the first quarter. Had to sit out the rest of the half, so he's going to have definitely a monumental impact on the game in the second half. They're going to probably put it into a half-court game. As far as the Dragons go, tell you what, Coach Riley has to be pleased with his bench, scoring 18 points of their 44. So that's excellent if you can get that off the bench and bench production.
Well, we said these two teams have met before, and it was a back-and-forth game, same type of basketball game, anybody's game, as this is as well. Leading scorer in the first half for the Gators, Joey Stratton with 10 points. Tossed in 9 as well. Of course, the big news for the Gators as far as scoring goes in the first half, Tom Frericks, no points, and I'm not even sure if he had very many touches. He was out of the game very quick with 2 early fouls. A lot of fouls in this first quarter. 8 or 9 fouls on Warren Central, 5 on Greenwood. So they were up and down a lot, except when the officials were blowing the whistle and stopping them a lot. Leading scorer in the first half for Warren Central was Kyle Vincent with 9 points. But off the bench, Brandon Kirk, who hit a big 3-pointer from the corner that actually put Warren Central out on top for the first time with about 2:30 to go. And then Kirk added another one late in the game for his 5 points. But you said good point production off the bench for Warren Central. Greenwood got to look to get Frericks involved in the offense, but as you said, you got to be out on the court to be involved.
Right. The Dragons have to keep the pressure that they found in the second half on their press to keep this game in their favor. However, the Gators have to go back to what beat the press in the first quarter, and that was throwing it to half court and let your big forwards take care of the ball. Get it out of the guards' hands, which could be easily trapped, and beat the pressure back.
Well, we talked about neither team really going deep into the bench, but this kind of game, they've both had to go into the bench. They've gone 5 or 6 deep, each of them, and Warren Central bench has really responded very well. They lead it 44-40 as we get set to start second half, third quarter action. Central will take the ball in. Greenwood opened up in man-to-man defense, then went to the zone, and they'll go back to the man-to-man, and Frericks into the game for the Greenwood Gators. Barber dishes it off right in front. There's Frericks, and he's a force to be reckoned with on defense, and maybe as much as anything else, Greenwood missed him being in there defensively. Faking the three-pointer, then taking in. The shot by Brewington doesn't go down. Frericks with a rebound for the Gators. Gators with the ball, trailing by 4. Corey Hart with a trailer into Arnold, and Arnold hits the field goal. Arnold's all of his points coming from the free throw line before that bucket. And that's his first field goal of the night. 42-44. Greenwood down by 2. Nice drive by Central. The nice little soft bounce, and Vincent gets the 2. Vincent now with 11 to go in double-digit scoring for the Dragons.
Tom Frericks maybe a little soft on that. Not wanting to pick up a third foul early on. Maybe letting Vincent go into the hole too easily. There's Hart driving. That's an easy basket.
Hart. Ooh. Frericks with a rebound. A couple of shots. Didn't get either one of them. Hart gets the rebound and puts it in. You got 2 big guys like that. You kind of play volleyball.
Yeah. Well, if you're 6'9", you kind of got to put it in the hole, too.
Missed a couple of easy ones. Hart ended up putting it in. 46-44. It's a 2-point Warren Central advantage. Back out on top to Vincent. He'll run the show now. 46-44. Central by 2 over Greenwood. Brewington looking to work. Left corner it goes.
Oh, you could see the difference in the halves right now, simply because of one player. There's 3 seconds violation.
3 second, and as we said, Frericks maybe offensively not missing him as much as defensively, just his presence in there in the middle.
Yeah, he just comes in and camps out in the paint, and then you see Holtz trying to box up against him. He gets called for the 3-second call, but this is a much slower game with him that favors the Greenwood Gators.
6'9" frame and a wingspan about 6'9" as well.
That's about what yours is, isn't it, Jeff?
Yeah.
Wrapping up hold. It's going to be on Brewington.
That'll go against Warren Central. The first foul here in this second half. Brewington picks up his 3rd. And you can see the impact that Tom Frericks has when he is in the game. A completely different game offensively and defensively if you're Warren Central. They get it into the big guy, Frericks. Frericks puts the ball on the court, and he's fouled.
This game pretty much slowed down to a crawl now, and if you're Coach Jason Couch, I believe you like that. That's what you had planned anyway. Coach Tim Riley, excuse me, Warren Central Dragons, he's not favoring this at all.
Second foul against Holtz. Second team foul against Warren Central. Inside, Frericks off the glass, not there. Hart had his hands on the rebound. Warren Central comes away with it. Driving down underneath, Brewington in and out. Frericks has the rebound for the Gators. And they'll walk it up, and you can tell they want the pace of this game slowed down a little bit. They came out running just as much, really, as Warren Central did first half. Of course, when Frericks was out of there, they are a different type of team. But Frericks is in there right now, and keep in mind, he's a well-rested Tom Frericks, too. Very fresh, and nothing to be stopped right there as Frericks gets his first bucket of the night with 5:24 to go here in the 3rd quarter.
He's got some time to make up right now. He's been sitting on the bench thinking about how he's going to score. There's one move. Brewington now in the middle.
Back out on top, Barber, and they'll work it around. That's Scott's shot.
3 seconds again.
And there again, staying in the lane, Holtz, maybe thinking the team's going to put it up, trying to get rebounding position, doesn't get it. Brewington out now and back into the game boards.
That's the second 3 second. You can't be baking cookies in the paint, man. You got to get out.
The big pass comes to the big guy, Frericks, over to Corey Hart. That's Hanlon up off the glass, not there, and this time the foul is Hart and Frericks both going at it. Who's it called against? If it's against Frericks, that'll be number 3, and that's exactly what it is. So Tom Frericks with 3 fouls, and we'll see what Coach Couch wants to do with him. He pulled him out in the first quarter. He sat on the bench the rest of the first half. He picks up his 3rd foul here with 4:54 to go in the second half, and we are tied at 46.
If there is such a thing as a good foul, a hustle foul, that was one. Both players, Hart and Frericks, driving to the hole. Unfortunately, Frericks picks up his 3rd foul.
Vincent with the drive baseline right will go to the free throw line as the foul whistled against Joey Stratton, his 2nd. Vincent with 9 first half points, has 11 altogether. He'll go to the free throw line to shoot a couple right here.
Vincent at the line.
6-foot senior. Knocks the first one down. And into the game for Warren Central. 54.
Brandon Kirk.
Brandon Kirk, and shot will get a rest on the Warren Central bench. Second shot coming for Vincent. 4 second half points. He's got 13 to lead the Dragons in scoring, and the Dragons leading Central right now by 2, 48-46, with 4:36 to go here in this third quarter. A much different paced basketball game this second half, much to the liking, we're sure, of Jason Couch. Tim Riley would like to see this pace pick up a little bit because that's when his team excels.
I can't tell if that was a press just a second ago. It was Hanlon broke it pretty easily. 48-46, Dragons lead.
Underneath, Greenwood gets it in. That's Hanlon. Hanlon drives from in front, puts it up from 7, doesn't get the roll, gets his own rebound, puts it back up, still doesn't get it to go in. Hart with a rebound, and he'll go to the free throw line.
Yep, pretty much no blocking out down low.
Offensive board work by Greenwood, and they're owning the offensive boards right now, and with Frericks and Hart both in there, they can do it.
Jeff, you see that couch? The 2-man seater that's over in the corner? It's now about 6 people and a cheerleader parked on the couch, so
they're comfortable.
It's growing.
They're comfortable. Corey Hart hits the free throw, another one coming his way. 9 first half points. He's got 3 this half. He can tie this ball game up once again at the 4:24 mark here in the third quarter. Second shot by Hart, in and out. And we've got a foul.
That's the 4th.
That's
on Tom Frericks.
Tom Frericks. So Tom Frericks will not see a lot of time tonight. The minutes played in the box score will not reflect well for Tom Frericks. Jason Couch will plead his case, but Frericks nonetheless will go to the Greenwood bench with his 4th foul with 4:24 to go. So altogether, you got Frericks with maybe 4 or 5 minutes of playing time.
5.5 minutes in this game.
47-48 in favor of Warren Central.
Yep, a Mr. Basketball candidate, unfortunately ineffective in this game because of the foul situation.
Boards right in front. Boy, nice drive. Showed some quickness, didn't get the bucket. And then getting the position was Doss, and the foul will go against Warren Central. But nice drive by Boards, just couldn't quite finish it off.
I like the way Myron Doss plays. He's a sophomore, he's smart. He's boxing out and he's doing the little things that count. So with Frericks out, it's up to Hart, and it looks like Doss has to take a big role too.
Kirk with a foul into the game. Roberson, he replaces Vincent, and Greenwood almost lose. Well, they do lose the ball. Here's the numbers, 2-on-1. Let's see, Boards with it. Boy, what ball control. Never had control of the ball until he picked it up and did the best thing he knew to do with it, put it in the bucket.
Oh, now they're getting out of their game plan. They're starting to throw it to the guards down low for easy traps, but it's broken. There's a shot.
Shot taken up by Arnold, doesn't go down, and with Frericks out of there, a little bit more of an even board battle for the Warren Central Dragons. And there's the carry. It'll go back over to Greenwood. But you can see Tim Riley on the sideline. When his team starts running up and down, he wants to keep them going.
Yeah, we can see right here, Holt has something wrong with his nose, might have caught an elbow. He's bleeding. He'll probably have to come out of the game. And Tim Riley upset at something. He hadn't been a happy guy
maybe
all night.
Questioning a guy's nose is bleeding in an elbow and how exactly it happened.
Yeah. So here we're going to see Ryan Cummings come back in.
Boards is out. And officials still talking things over right now. It'll be Warren Central, rather it should be Greenwood's ball. The carry was on the travel on Warren Central. So Greenwood gets the ball back, trailing by 3, 50-47. And we saw this in the first half when Frericks is out of there and Warren Central gets to moving up and down a little bit. They are very explosive. Corey Hart, baseline right, doesn't get it. Rebound to Doss. Doss up, gets the bucket, and he'll go to the free throw line. Nice job, and you just pointed out, Doss filling in right now for Frericks, and a little bit quicker than Frericks. Doesn't have the height, but against this Warren Central team, that may be a better matchup.
Well, even when Frericks does come back in the fourth quarter, he's not going to be the same player. He doesn't want to foul out, so he's going to, like we saw early in the third quarter where he let Vincent go ahead and throw it up in the lane, he's going to be timid. He doesn't want to pick up another foul, so it's not going to be the same player. Therefore, you got to have players like Doss stepping up like he just did. Tie game, 50-all.
The 10th tie of this basketball game at 50. Doss with a three-point the old-fashioned way, driving down underneath. Boy, lucky to get rid of it, and then right in front, nice job by Cummings to get it up and in.
That's Ryan Cummings, not Brandon Cummings, as his mother pointed out.
A 2-point advantage for Warren Central. And here's the pace that we had in the first half, starting to pick up here now in the second half. Lead pass goes to Holtz, and he'll be called for the travel as he went to the floor. It'll go over to Greenwood, but you can see the pace of this game starting to pick up. This is what we saw in the first half, 52-50. The ball back over to Greenwood. Gators get it in. Arnold, lead pass to Hart. Hart looking for help. Tried to get it over to Doss. Instead, Arnold lucky to get it as it was slapped away. 52-50, 2.5 minutes to go here in this third quarter of play. And an exciting basketball game to say the least. And there's the 3-second going. They're going to go right at you. And Board showed some of that quickness right there as he exploded past the Greenwood defense for the easy 2 and to give Greenwood, Warren Central rather, a 6-point lead at 56-50 with 1:43 to go. And Tom Frericks on the bench with 4 fouls. Has really not been a factor in this basketball game other than the couple minutes of the opening second half, in which we saw Greenwood basically playing the kind of game we expected to see them play tonight.
Right.
But without Frericks in there, it's a whole different Greenwood kind of offense.
Well, on the possession before, I'm very impressed with Corey Hart's court vision. He's making nice cross-court passes. Unfortunately, he didn't take his time on the shot. Missed an easy layup. Should have probably brought it to the ground, pump fake, or just gone ahead and dunked it.
Both teams have cut down on the fouls this second half. Unfortunately for Greenwood, of the 3 fouls they have in the second half, Tom Frericks has 2 of them. 1.5 minutes to go. Third quarter of play, 56-50 in favor of Warren Central. Greenwood with the ball. Stratton from in front, off the glass, not there. Rebound comes away to Central. There's Boards again, fires it up. There's the blocking foul. The bucket will count, and Boards will go to the free throw line. Boards now with 12 points on the night, 6 in each half, and he's kind of taken over offensively for this Warren Central team.
Terkel Boards, 5'10", junior forward. I'm not going to say that I'm psychic, but hey, I mean, the guy has just come in and taken the game over. Did you show him that move, Jeff?
Yeah, he learned that from me about 30 years ago.
8-point lead, 58-50 with 1:23 to go. Trying to put 9 on the board.
Third foul on Arnold, so he goes to the Gator bench. And Keltner is back in, and Boards has a chance to convert the 3-point play. Doesn't get it. Arnold with a rebound. Boards has been impressive, though. And again, Greenwood struggling to get the ball up court. They try to throw it off the foot of Warren Central. They are able to. And that's been about the only successful way they've been able to battle this press at times. Back into the Warren Central lineup. 14, Mitchell shot. Going out is Brandon Kirk, who's got 7 points off the bench tonight. Greenwood now set to get it in with 1:15 to go. They get the ball into Keltner. Keltner tries to break the press, looking for help, finds Hanlon. Hanlon from about 15, got it. His first bucket of the second half, he's now got 9.
Nice pull-up, easy, relaxed shot by Hanlon. He's a good shooter, 35% from the 3-point line. Haven't seen him fire it up from 3 tonight.
The miss by Warren Central gives Greenwood the ball back, 58-52, a 6-point advantage. The steal by Vincent. Vincent will take it in. Don't think they'll count it. I think he got fouled by Hanlon long before, unless we're playing NBA ball tonight.
No, I've seen some walks tonight, so we're not playing NBA ball. 58-52, Warren Central Dragons leading.
Greenwood will take the ball in underneath its own, Warren Central will take it in underneath its own bucket. The foul before the shot. And for Warren Central, a team that maybe didn't use his bench as much coming into tonight, we've seen a lot of players play tonight. Slapped away by Corey Hart, right into the hands of Brewington, and then Brewington is fouled by Keltner. Brewington being in the right place at the right time.
Sure was, and his father's sitting right in front of us. He's upset that his son missed the layup, but he's going to the line trying to put 2 more on the board. 58-52, 38 seconds to go in the third quarter. Brewington, who's been to the line quite a few times this evening.
Central has led the entire second half. It was tied actually once at 46, and then Central has pulled back out again.
You have to make your free throws, Jeff. What's wrong with these kids?
Yep. It will come back to haunt you when you get down the stretch and And always tournament time. If you're not making them, you're not going to stay in a tournament very long. 59-52 in favor of Warren Central. A 7-point Central advantage over the homestanding Gators. Central trying to return the favor. Greenwood defeated Warren Central earlier this year on Warren Central's home court. And Warren Central trying to return the favor. But keep in mind they had a 10-point lead going into the fourth quarter on their home court and unable to hang on to it. Going into this fourth quarter, in all likelihood, they'll have a lead in this basketball game. Back into the game for Warren Central, Dion Holtz. Central, a quick basketball team, no doubt about that. They have the quickness, they have some outstanding athletes, and
fun team
right
to
now
watch.
they have the lead.
Keltner losing the ball and dribble. There's Boards.
Right into Boards. Nobody's going to catch him. You just kind of stand back and watch. Boards with his 8th second half point. He's got 14 for the game.
Boards with Jeff Younglove speed.
Yeah.
Nice drive.
Years ago. Hanlon with his second bucket this half. 61-54 in favor of Central. The three-pointer taken by Barber doesn't go down, and at the buzzer, it wouldn't have counted had it gone. Hanlon gave it a good effort, but with a 7-point lead, Warren Central has Greenwood scratching their head thinking, how do we slow this team down?
Oh yeah, definitely. And part of it has to do with the reason that they're not breaking the press. They're throwing it too shallow into the press, and that's throwing flames to the fire, man. You got to go ahead and push it on down the court to beat the press.
Well, the success we saw with Greenwood when they were running with Warren Central first quarter, throwing over the top of that press, they've gone away from that. They're trying to put the ball on the floor, trying to get it up court, and that's when Warren Central starts slapping at it and coming up with some steals and then some easy buckets. So, of course, you don't have Frericks in there to throw it up over to, and,
no.
and
you
that
got to
makes
get him
a
in the game, though. You have to get him in the game. Word on the street is he's a Mr. Basketball candidate, so you got to get him in the game. He can't be playing shy or scared or timid. He's got to come in and take over this game. And,
we'll see when Jason Couch does put him in. If he's going to put him in to open up this quarter, then we will see Tom Frericks.
Hey,
what's going on the hill, by the way?
If this isn't enough sports for you, every Tuesday night from 8 to 10 p.m. on 91.7 FM, Western's only sports talk radio show.
Riding the Pine. Is that your theme song? Or is that,
no, that is our show.
Okay.
Rich Smith, I'm a co-host with Kyle Sonam every single Tuesday, 91.7 FM. Call us up. Let's talk some sports. All right, let's get back into this game.
Always like to talk about sports, no doubt. 61-54, our final quarter of play. Greenwood with the ball, going to have to make something happen. Frerick still on the bench. He's got 4 fouls. We'll see when he comes in. Driving down right underneath. Nice drive by Sean Hanlon. And Hanlon has picked it up second half. He's got 6 second half points and kind of making things happen for Greenwood. Boards right back down the other end. Don't look down.
Boards, who's put in, what's that, 10 for the half?
10 in the half, 16 altogether now. And there's the press that forces the turnover. Barber will
be fouled by Moss. We've seen this before. The pressure and the tempo picking up.
Second foul on Doss. And Barber will go to the free throw line. 5 points so far tonight by Barber. Barber at the free throw line to shoot one in the bonus.
Terrific. What's that?
Add to that Warren Central lead, 64-56.
Terrific backcourt of the Warren Central Dragons. Smart, quick play.
Yeah, I think you've got a backcourt here. Barber a junior and then Boards a junior. So this district and region gets to see these guys for a couple of years.
14th district, so talented.
65-56, the largest lead of the night by either team. It's 9 right now. Corey Hart lost it, but that foul will go against Barber. With 7:20 to go, Warren Central has the 9-point advantage.
Number 32, Corey Hart.
It's a good way to put some points on the board and stop the clock. Get fouled while you're shooting.
Hart been a little quiet this half. He had 9 first half points, only 3 this second half. Trying to add to that, his 4th second half point. We'll have another one coming his way.
I don't think he's been the same aggressive player he was ever since he went up for a dunk and it was called an offensive foul.
It was an impressive dunk, but just as impressive was the Warren Central player standing in there to take it when he saw that coming from probably 10 feet away. Corey Hart hits a couple of free throws, and back into the game comes Aaron Arnold.
Let's hope it continues to grow. Must be a sofa recliner
Kind of
combo.
passive though right now.
Yeah.
They've kept their seat tonight. 65-58 in favor of Warren Central. 7-point advantage for the Dragons. Man-to-man defense by Greenwood. And that time Boards just lost it, and Greenwood able to pick it back up. 7:04 to go. Gators going to try to cut into that lead just a little bit. 65-58 in the fourth period of play from Greenwood High School in Bowling Green. That's not how you do it. Sean Hanlon just couldn't quite hang on to the pass from Keltner. So it'll go back over to Warren Central. Comes into Barber. Barber will be picked up at the half court by Hanlon. Starts the drive down left. Now pulls it back out. Over to Boards. Boards drives baseline, puts it up. Wouldn't expect anything else. Turkel Boards, the hot hand for Warren Central this half.
67-58. Central leads. That's a travel.
The travel will give the ball back over to Warren Central, and things going the Dragons' way right now, and you just got to wonder how long you can go with Tom Frericks at the bench, and we'll find that out right now.
You should be a coach right now.
Coach
Here
Couch,
he comes.
Yeah. Coach Couch says, hey, we got to put you in, big guy.
You got to play hard, too.
And there goes
No defense.
Barber, and Greenwood needs to find some defense as well, as Barber just drove right by the Greenwood Gators that time, and a timeout taken by Greenwood. Frericks will come in. They're down by 11.
That wouldn't have happened if Frericks was in the game. I guarantee it. Of course, they're still going to take it at him, trying to foul him out of the game with 6 minutes to go, but no, he wouldn't have gotten that layup.
No, it had either been a fifth foul or
thrown it into the rafters.
Yeah. Couch has got his work cut out for his team right now with 6:16 to go. An 11-point advantage, but again, keep in mind, this Warren Central team had a 10-point advantage going into the fourth quarter the last time they played, and Greenwood came away with a 4-point win, so the Gators are capable.
Yeah.
But they got to make a move right here. You can't let this game slip out of hand too much, and if they don't get something going right now, that lead will be a little bit larger and tougher.
What great experience for tournament play.
Yeah, you'll probably see these two teams play in the first round of the district tournament as well. 4-team tournament. Warren East and Bowling Green rounded out, and you expect these two teams to finish second and third. Bowling Green having an excellent year.
Excellent body control.
Nice shot by Hanlon, who's got 8 this half.
Double pumping, keeping his body straight, not taking an offensive foul, and keeping him from being blocked. Hanlon, pretty play.
There goes Barber, didn't get the roll that time. Lead pass, Frericks to Hart, goes in for the slam, and he's fouled.
Not same player since he...
Shot said, not this time.
Yeah, he just lost the handle. He was looking behind him to see if anybody was coming. I think he should have just gone ahead and started drooling and gone after the monster dunk.
Second foul by Shot will put Corey Hart at the line. 3 for 3 in free throws this second half. He's got 5 second half points, but has not quite been the factor. He had 9 first half points and did not get the roll that time. Free throws important as always.
No excuses.
Second one by Hart is good. It's still a 10-point lead for these Warren Central Dragons. Or their 8-point lead, 69-61.
There you see Mitchell Scott in the shot, slowing the ball up. There's Vincent driving.
Vincent, nice left to right hand move there. Drives with his left hand, dishes it over in his right hand to avoid Frericks and puts it in.
Frericks, I hate to say it, man, he's playing timid. There's 5.5 minutes, your team's down 10 now. You've got to start stepping it up.
Corey Hart lost the handle. Arnold, not there. Way up for that rebound. Boards gets good elevation as well. Off the glass, not there. Nice tip, doesn't go down. Vincent out hustles the Greenwood Gators for the basketball. Warren Central doing the job right now, up by 10, 71-61. Backcourt Barber, timeout called by Tim Riley. 71-61, things going Warren Central's way right now. And do you look for him to take the air out at all?
No, I sure don't. I see them taking, like you saw Vincent driving right at the bucket, trying to get the 5th foul. You also see Terkel Boards trying to get the 5th foul on Ferrix. They're trying to get him out of there. I mean, he's not, even though he's in the game, he's not making much of an impact at all. And it's certainly not what we saw at the beginning of the 3rd quarter. Yeah. So a 10-point lead, they're going to try to nurse it, walk the ball up, maybe slow it down a little bit. But you got to be careful. You can't come out of your game. You have to keep playing with what you do, or else you're going to lose that 10-point lead.
The old adage, don't play not to lose, play to win.
Right.
And we'll watch Warren Central after the timeout by Tim Riley. See what kind of strategy offensively they go with. Leading by 10 with 4:55 to go, 71-61. Frericks with 4 fouls. We've seen them for about 6 minutes, 7 minutes of play tonight.
See, there you go. Slow the ball down.
Central looking, going to keep an eye on that clock, try to milk it a little bit. And there's the steal. As you said, maybe out of their game a little bit. Stratton with the steal goes in. And, boy, Jason Couch has got to be upset about that one. And he may have a right to be. That certainly looked awful close to goaltending.
How high did Boards get up on that?
He got up on it, but there's no doubt that ball certainly looked like it was coming down.
Did somebody lay down on all fours and jump off his back, or what?
He went way up, and wow. Regardless, not called goaltending. Jason Coach with his hands on his hips, not very happy about it. Greenwood would get the ball back as Central lost it, but still 71-61, 4.5 minutes to go.
Geez, Joey Stratton had a wide open layup and then out of nowhere. 4:26 to go, 10-point deficit for the Greenwood Gators.
Inside, there's a nice feed and bucket by Corey Hart. 63-71, Greenwood down by 8. Central with the ball. Slapped out of the hands and then stolen away. Stratton goes in for the 2. And you may see a timeout here by Tim Riley, who says, hey, we're getting away from what we were doing and what got us that 10-point lead, now down to 6. So you, as you said, you know, you got to keep with the game plan, and Warren Central is struggling a little bit right now.
Right, if you've got an up and down team, they don't want to just come out and stop slowing the ball, playing 4 corners, old school North Carolina ball. They want to keep running the ball, baby. They got to keep going down to you. It might have been a mistake to slow it up. Instead of a 10-point lead, now you've only got a 6-point lead, 71-65. Greenwood, I think they might have Big Mo back on their side, especially with the good guard play of Joey Stratton, putting pressure on the defense, putting pressure defensively to get turnovers.
Well, Hanlon with 8 second-half points for the Gators. Stratton with just a bucket a moment ago, his first bucket in the second half. The guards have been a little bit quiet. Stratton had 10 first-half points, so he quieted down here the second half. The big news for Warren Central has been Terkel Boards with 12 second-half points, 18 now to lead all scorers of this basketball game.
So you hear the crowd getting revved up.
But Boards right now on the Warren Central bench as well. Barber will bring it down court. Works around the pick. Brewington back out to Barber. There's the steal by Frericks. Lead to Corey Hart. He goes in for the slam. And yep, momentum is on the side of the Gators right now. They're within 4. 71-67. We said they erased a 10-point deficit at Warren Central earlier, and they're trying to erase what was a 11-point deficit this time around.
Kyle Vincent doing a great job taking the ball right at Frericks, not afraid. Now you've got Hart trying to take over the game. He's going to go back to the line. 73-67, his team down 6.
6-point advantage for the Gators. As we said, they led by 11 earlier. Corey Hart will go to the free throw line as the 3rd foul is whistled against John Holtz. Corey Hart's been there a bunch here in the second half. 5 times he's made 4 of them, but he misses a big, important one right there.
Got to hit your free throws. You have to hit your free throws.
Hart with a second free throw coming his way. Misses them both. Frericks with a big rebound, fighting Hart himself up off the glass too much. And then Arnold with a 2 to put it back in. Break for Greenwood that time, 73-69. And wow, Brewington, not your classic jump shot by any means. but knew what to do with it when he heard the whistle.
Sure
he was
did.
in the air, got fouled, throw the ball up there, you never know what'll happen. Well, it happened for him that time as he got the bucket. He was fouled, so he converts the three-point play. And a big one, as that's also the fourth foul on Aaron Arnold for the Gators.
Smart play, John Brewington.
Yeah.
Pump fake, stop, and then you know you're going to get fouled. Throw it up anyway. Maybe you'll get lucky, and he did.
And he did. And he
Of course,
made
he
it a
won't say it was
three-point play.
luck,
That's
but-
right. He planned that all the way. 76-69 inside.
Ooh.
And that was Arnold, maybe the same kind of prayer. He just kind of went up and threw it up too. That was shot with the body block.
Turkel Boers trying to take the charge there. Both men sacrificing their bodies, and that didn't look too fun. 76-69. Warren Central leads.
Arnold, who had all 6 points in the first half come from the free throw line. He was 6 of 8 in the first half, but he misses an important one there, and you can talk about it all night long, but you got to make them.
So we've got Sona back in, trying to offset Frericks. Sona giving up a good 5-6 inches, but he's got the body weight to probably push him out.
Couple of free throws missed. Hart with a rebound, doesn't get it. Out of bounds, it'll belong to Greenwood. So Greenwood has got the offensive board work down right now, but they still got to be able to get the ball in the hole. 76-69 back into the game boards, and Brewington will go out for Warren Central. 2:53 to go in the basketball game. Warren Central with the 7-point advantage. Greenwood trying to knock into that.
There you go. Get it down
Inside, the big guy, Frericks. Frericks trying to get it back over to Hanlon, and Hanlon couldn't quite come up with it. And it'll go back over to Warren Central.
I don't believe Frericks showed up to play today. He just
Well, he has not ever been able to really get
going, yeah.
much going, and has spent most of his time tonight on the Greenwood bench because of foul trouble. He's got 4 right now.
Nice steal.
There's the steal. Good anticipation by Arnold, and then misses the easy 2. Inside, Warren Central blocked. Central Brewington back with it, doesn't go up, way up there with it, and push. Holtz went up for it, and he'll go to the free throw line.
Aaron Arnold must feel terrible right now. A beautiful steal. He's all alone, loses the grip on the ball, and he just, instead of an easy layup, you got to go ahead and lay it in. I don't care how much you're trying to get the crowd excited, you're still losing. You got to get the buckets.
That'll send Holtz to the free throw line to shoot a couple on the foul by Stratton, his 3rd. And there's the free throws. Holt, another one coming his way. 2 out of 3 so far tonight. 77-69 with 2:22 to go in the basketball game, and back into the Warren Central lineup will come Devin Sona.
Yep.
If Holt makes this,
Which he did
and
not.
he doesn't. Frericks with a rebound, and Central still with some pressure. Up court, Stratton, and trying to get it to Frericks going down the lane. Good job of keeping a handle on it. Tom Frericks with only his 2nd field goal of the night. 4 points, coming into tonight averaging 18 points a game. Only 4 so far tonight. Greenwood still in the game, down by 6 with under 2 minutes to go. And there's the steal by Greenwood. Nope, we've got a whistle.
On what?
Let's check and see. The official's going to discuss things.
I'm not sure what the call is.
Well, either way, there'll be one coach that's not happy. I think inadvertent whistle is what
Right,
you'd hear
yeah.
it in football, and I think he just made an early call and really then made the proper call. They discussed it. The ball was not out of bounds yet. Anticipation, sometimes it happens to officials too.
Yeah, the Zebras are people too. You better lob it. Oh, wow. He had a perfect chance for an alley-oop.
Doesn't go down for Hanlon, but
4-point game.
Frericks, who may have a lot to say about this game before it's all over with, 73-77, a 4-point advantage for Warren Central. In, Frericks made an adjustment on that one, and Barber had to go up over him. And then the foul against Warren Central. So Frericks, what a difference he makes. We said he hasn't had an impact in the game a lot tonight, but when he's in there, he has.
1 minute ago, it looked like the nail in the coffin may have been set in, but now you've got a totally different game. 4-point deficit. You've got Hart going back to the line. He struggled tonight, especially in the second half at the free throw line. He's got a chance. He could have already tied the game with his free throws earlier, but
yeah, missed 3 this half, missed 2 consecutive ones last time. And Frericks over on the sideline getting some instructions from Coach Couch.
Hey, the sofa is not being used.
They're up off the sofa now. And maybe that's good luck for Greenwood, at least for Corey Hart, who knocks down the first free throw. Boards out of the game. Brewington back in for the Dragons. 1:32 to go, 77-74.
You're not missing a sofa, are you, Jeff? That
No.
kind of looks like yours. 77-74.
I'll go home tonight and see if it's still there. If it's not, I know where it is. Next shot by Corey Hart. Not there. Yep, the foul is good job that time. Warren Central's Vincent coming across, and then the foul against Corey Hart, trying to get in there a little bit too soon. Only his second foul, so no foul trouble for him. But you do get into a free throw shooting contest at this point. A 3-point Warren Central advantage. If they hit the free throws, they can make it a 5-point advantage. Barber, 2 out of 2 so far tonight.
Wow, a barn burner in Bowling Green. We knew it was going to be close. We didn't know it was going to be this close. The chess game begins.
2 free throws coming the way of Anthony Barber. 77-74. Warren Central on top by 3. Barber hits 1 to make it 4. Barber with 1 more coming his way. Had 5 first half points. He's got 5 this half. Double-digit scoring. He's got 11, and it's 79-74.
Jump ball. It's going back to Warren Central. The possession arrow. There you had just a mental mistake by Joy Stratton, trying to lob it back to beat the press to Corey Hart. Hits the rim, comes back down, loose ball. Warren Central ties up the possession to get the ball back. No, I'm sorry. It's going to stay here, Warren Central.
79-74. Central, a 5-point advantage. The ball underneath its own bucket. Boy, right inside they had Vincent for a moment. Instead, they throw the ball away. Greenwood with the ball. Nobody really wants to put this game away, do they?
No, they really don't.
Looking for a help. Arnold. Frericks, the big guy. Inside it goes to Hanlon. And the blocking foul will go against Warren Central's shot. And the bucket will count by Arnold. By Hanlon, rather.
Number 20, Sean Hanlon at the line.
Great body control by Sean Hanlon. Couldn't really see if shot was set up with his 2 feet.
It's one of those.
I guess
can
you got to
go
be
either
a zebra.
way.
Yeah, you got to be a stripes too. Wow, this place is electric.
That pulls Greenwood within 3 at 79-76. Hanlon 3 for 4 from the free throw line tonight. Can make it a 2-point game. He does. 79-77, just like a game about a month ago. We're going to go down to the wire. 1:06 to go in the basketball game. Warren Central by 2. Triple team by Barber. Calls the timeout. And with 1:03 to go, you couldn't ask for anything better.
You sure can. High school basketball, 14th district, 4th region.
And again, keep in mind, about a month from now or less, in all likelihood, these 2 teams are going to tip it up once again at Warren Central, home of the district tournament this year.
Yeah, it was an exciting time.
And these 2 teams will know each other pretty well by then.
Sad to see the end of the NFL season, but happy to see that high school basketball, March Madness, they're all rolling around. So 79-77, Warren Central Dragons leading the Greenwood Gators. Buck 3 to go in the game.
That'll be Central to bring the ball in. Brewington set to bring it in play. Greenwood in somewhat of a zone area defense, at least on the inbounds pass. Now they'll try to double team the ball at times. Vincent starts to drive in, looking for help. Boy, wide open underneath. I didn't know if he was going to get it to Holtz or not. Holtz was in there almost long enough to be concerned about a lane violation. Long pass. There goes into Frericks. Frericks goes in for the dunk. Going up there to say no is Holtz. He'll draw the foul, but he wasn't going to give the easy one to Frericks.
Sure what, he's going to make the big man shoot it from the line. Maybe he didn't hear the word on the street. Was this guy was a Mr. Basketball candidate? McDonald's All-American. I don't think Holtz cares.
Now that's his 5th foul, so Holtz out of the game now with 45 seconds to go. We'll get a nice round of applause from the Warren Central crowd. And you can almost hardly call this a home court advantage when these two teams play each other no matter where they are.
Right.
Because the fans from both sides fill up both sides. Frericks at the line, the first trip to the free throw line tonight. Hits the first one. He's a good free throw shooter. 63% from the field, so you would anticipate that that would mean good from the charity stripe as well. He's now got 7 points, looking for number 8. And misses this one. Almost out of bounds. Warren Central pulls it down. 81-78, a 3-point game. Warren Central with the lead. Looking for help. Brewington rather. In the corner, inside, wide open for the 2, and you take that chance when you double team the ball. Sona gets the 2. And with 30 seconds to go, Warren Central's lead is 5, 83-78. Half a minute to go, still with some pressure. Into Frericks. Frericks lead pass to Arnold. Arnold goes up, doesn't get it, and it goes over to Hanlon, puts it back up, not there. Frericks battling for it, pulls it down, dribbles it, and then the foul as Arnold will go to the free throw line. And boy, did somebody have a cover on that basket?
Yeah,
or
really.
Greenwood just not able to put it in.
Playing a little volleyball off the backboard. 16.1 seconds to go in this game. 83-78. Makes these 2 free throws. They're down 3. Maybe a quick foul.
One possession.
Right. The way these kids have been shooting free throws today. Hey,
Arnold missed his last 2 after hitting 5 of 6, or rather 6 of 8 in the first half, and now he's back on track as he hits first one there. He had 6 points in the first half, 2 field goals this half, and a field goal and a free throw, so he's now got 11 points. And waiting to come into the game will be Myron Doss, as Aaron Arnold has 1 more free throw coming his way. He can make it a 3-point game, and he does. 83-80 in favor of Warren Central. Great high school basketball action here on Insight Communications. A timeout on the court with 16 seconds to go. Warren Central will have the ball. Greenwood, you got to believe, will look for a quick steal, and if they can't come up with that, you got to look for a foul.
Right. So you had to put pressure down. Joe Stratton's been terrific with defensive pressure, so he's going to probably try to steal. What are we looking on in the foul situation? Who's good to foul? I know Corey Hart's good to foul. He only has, what, 2? Is anybody in foul trouble besides Frericks? No, everybody else is good to foul. So anybody besides Frericks, so they'll probably throw Frericks all the way at the other end of the court, have one of the smaller, quicker guards foul if they can't come up with the steal. And most likely, they're not going to foul some of the good shooters like Holtz. No, Holtz is out of the game, excuse me. Boards or Vincent. So what we've got is probably looking to either get the ball to Vincent or Barber through the Warren Central Dragons. Let them try to shoot the free throws to put this game out of reach. 16 seconds left in the game. It's a nail biter, and I don't think either coach expected this kind of game to come out. Warren Central wanted to push the ball, have their press, just totally dominate the game. As far as, of course, the Greenwood Gators, they wanted to pound it down low, but unfortunately, with the first 3 quarters, their bread and butter was out on the bench, just resting it easy. So here we go. Again, not enough sports for you. 91.7 every Tuesday from 8 to 10 p.m. That's FM, WWHR, Riding the Pine, Western's only sports talk radio show. I'll be camped out there, as well as my co-host, Kyle Sonneman. Here we go. High school basketball. We've got pass inbounds, quick steal trying by Hanlon. He's going to foul, and it looks like I called it. Barber's going to go to the line. Jason Couch opting not to put a man on the ball and try to guard Mitchell Schott, instead trying to put 5 men guarding everybody else back. Tim Riley, on the other hand, putting his boys in the stack, trying to cause confusion as to who's going to get the ball. Stack's broken. Barber gets the ball, picks up the foul. 83-80 with 15.3 to go in the game. We're going to see what's happened.
At the line, it's Barber. Misses the first free throw, so keeps Greenwood's hopes alive.
It's a pathetic display of free throw shooting. And I don't mean to dog the kids or anything, but it is.
Well, it's been on both sides. They both have their opportunities and a chance to either put the game away or pull within and tie it. And neither club has been real successful at that. Another free throw miss. Greenwood still with a shot. Big rebound by Boards. Over to Dawson. There's a foul again. 83-80 with 9 seconds to go in the basketball game. Greenwood had an opportunity if they could have come up with a rebound.
Frericks got a piece of it. Stratton had it in and out of his hands. Ward said, I'll take it. You guys don't want it. Drew back out now. Barber with another chance.
They struggled there the last couple of free throws at least. And this one doesn't want to go down either.
Oh, man. The boys on the sofa over in the corner of the gym can't believe it.
Second shot upcoming. Doesn't get it. Frericks with a rebound. Greenwood still with a shot. 7 seconds, 6 seconds to go. It's got to happen from 3. Over on the left side, Hanlon fires from 3. In and out, not there. Frericks with a tip. Warren Central hangs on for the win. A good look by Greenwood at the end, and it just did everything but go down and go in.
That's who they wanted to shoot the ball. They whipped it all the way across court, trying to get it into their 35% shooting man, Corey Hanlon, and it just rims out. Frericks trying to get a rebound, throws it off the board, no good. 83-80.
Great basketball game. Great basketball game. 83-80. Warren Central wins. They improve their mark to 14-6. Greenwood drops to 16-7. Been an exciting basketball game. We hope you have enjoyed it tonight. From Insight Communications, high school basketball, once again the final, Warren Central 83, Greenwood 80. That's it from Greenwood. Good evening, everyone.
Plenty of high school hoops to go around.
That's right, and getting right down to it, guys. It's going to be tournament time before we know it. Well, after tonight, there are just 14 days left in the high school basketball regular season. And tonight, 2 District 14 teams that could very well meet in the first round of the tournament met up as Greenwood and Warren Central faced off. Before the game, Gators center Tom Frericks was honored as a McDonald's All-American. There's Big Tom, but he got in foul trouble early, and this one wouldn't be a big factor. Central guards would be, though. Check out Kyle Vincent bombs away from 3. Dragons take a 3-point lead at Gator Gym. But Greenwood, nice passing. Hanlon to Arnold to Corey Hart. He knocks it in. Greenwood takes a 3-point lead. This was a run-and-gun, up-and-down affair. But Central would come out on top thanks to their sharpshooting. Antoine Barber on the break, nailing the 3. 83-80 is your final as Warren Central, a huge win. And guys, that is a big game going into the district. 83-80. Play that game a little bit, but we're going to start right here a little closer to town.
All right.
Well, 2 high-scoring teams squared off at Dragon Gym tonight. Warren Central has cracked the 100-point plateau this season, while Clinton County boasts Daniel Latham, the second leading scorer in the state. It's the Dragons and Bulldogs from Warren Central High School. Coach Riley looking on, and Coach Ronnie Guffey from Clinton County in town. And his star, Daniel Latham, helps his team get out to a 10-point lead in the 3rd quarter at Dragon Gym. The hoop and the harm there for Latham. But Warren Central with some nice outside play. Ball movement over to Kyle Vincent. He knocks down the 3. Central gets within 2, and then Antoine Barber is going to put him ahead for good. The 3 from the outside. Coach Guffey wants a timeout. Warren Central goes on to win this one by a score of 79-73, a 6-point comeback win over Clinton County in a good game out there tonight. Now let's go to Warren East High School. The lights were out